What's up, dude? So why is America obsessed with these Oklahoma onion burgers? I can tell you why, and it's for one very, very simple reason. They're absolutely freaking amazing! Woo! And as always, my friends, there is no time to waste. Now let's go! Ow, ooh, ooh! Before we slap these burgers together, I'm gonna show you how I make rosemary salt. If you know, you know. And a lot of you do know because this is my #1 most recreated recipe I've ever posted online. Now, of course, you don't need this to make Oklahoma onion burgers, but trust me when I say you want this one in your cooking arsenal. It's super easy to pull off. Here's how you make it. My friends, all you need for this is some rosemary, some fresh sage, lemon, garlic, and a whole bunch of salt. With your rosemary, just pinch it up here and then just pull down. And you'll strip off all those leaves. The sage, we're simply gonna pluck the leaves off the main part of the stem like this. That is a pretty ridiculous sized clove, oh my God. The garlic, I like to just smash with a knife like so, and then it becomes very, very easy to peel. And all I'll do is take off this little bottom woody bit right here, and that's done. All we need to do now is throw this into a food processor. You could also use a blender for this if you don't have one of these. Garlic goes in. Quick tip for zesting your lemons, thumb on the bottom of the lemon, base of the microplane over here on the other side, and you just pull down while spinning the lemon, and you really just get that one layer off, none of the white bitter part. This is the way to do it, my friends. Very even zesting job. Now salt goes in, pop a lid on and blend for 1 minute. You might want to pulse it a couple times like this. And there is your rosemary salt. Just get it out into a Tupperware container. It's just like that moist sand you feel on a nice day at the beach. Only if the sand was green and you could take it all home with you and put it on everything. Now it will literally last months stored in your fridge in a container like this, although I do try to use it up within a few weeks for optimal freshness. It's Oklahoma burger time and we are gonna start with the onions. I'm using sweet onions for this. I just think that is the best choice for this specific burger. However, if you have a different kind of onion at home and you wanna make these, don't let that stop you. Of course, that's fine. All I'm gonna do with these is first slice them directly in half. It's just the way I like to work with onions. Then we'll take off that little root end, and this end down here, you see that piece needs to come off. And then I'll just peel off that outer layer if necessary, and I'll make a little V cut over here to take out that root. And with these burgers, you can obviously slice it very thin with a knife like so. However, if you're serious about cooking, I highly recommend you get a mandolin. Every single professional restaurant I've ever worked in has had a lot of these things on hand, okay? They are amazing for making thin, professional-like slices without having to be a professional. Usually you will see a thinner green version of this, but this is the extra wide version that I happen to love. But I will put a link to both of those down in the description if you want to pick one up. I'm gonna set it really thin and first make a couple of test slices. That looks pretty good, tiny bit thinner. And then we can go to town. There is a guard you can use for this, but it's kind of hard to use with this onion. A lot of times I'll just take a little towel like this and slice it like that. This is just a really easy way to make sure every single slice of onion is exactly the same, which is what we want for a burger like this. There we go. There's 1.5 onions thinly sliced. Should be enough for a whole bunch of these burgers. Here's where we start to separate our onion burger from the pack. I'm throwing them all into a strainer and then blast them with rosemary salt, about 1.5 teaspoons or so, maybe 2. And now I'm gonna get in here and just really give them a good mix. And as these sit, that salt is gonna extract a lot of moisture from the onions, which will make the onions ideal for when we finish this burger, which is coming up soon. Here's our onions after 20 minutes, and you can see what's happened with these. They've really broken down a whole lot. And if I take off that colander, you can see all the liquid that's formed here below. And what I'm gonna do here as I get them out is squeeze all that water out as much as I can. This should end up with a crispier and more caramelized onion. Just like that, and then into another bowl. Here I have 2 6 to 7 ounce burger balls. You could do them a little smaller, a little bigger if you like. This is just the right size for the bun that I'm using today. And they have a pretty high fat content at 20%. This is actually meat I ground myself with short rib brisket and chuck, but just buy meat that has at least 20% fat content, and you'll be good. Now we just take a little salt here on a tray. Sergeant Gilbert is just black pepper. Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty, my little fuzzy friend. Well, his mustache is fuzzy. He's sentient, don't make fun of him. Get that down everywhere on your tray as well. And we'll just get our balls on there and then roll them around so all edges pick up a little bit of that seasoning. Simple as that. And now what we want to do is a slight smash. The rest will be done in the pan while we cook it. But just something like this is perfect. Now you can use whatever kind of bun you happen to like for this. I happen to love brioche buns, so that's what I'm using. And I want to get that ready before cooking, so I'm just slicing it directly in half, like so. Now when it comes to buns, I'm almost always recommending you toast it in clarified butter. However, there are certain burgers like Oklahoma onion burgers, White Castle would be another one, where you want a steamed bun as opposed to a crispy toasted bun. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna pull it all off in one pan. Keep watching and I'll show you. If you have some kind of awesome griddle, well, good for you. I'm just using the biggest pan I have right here, and I'm really gonna let this heat up for about 4 minutes before I add a tiny touch of oil and we start cooking. I just want that nice radiant heat throughout. Pan's nice and hot. I'm just spraying a touch of avocado oil. Again, you don't want a lot. Drop in our patties, and straight on top with a big pile of onions. Now I'm taking a burger smasher here, and I'm just smashing these down with the onion on top, and the onion is now pressing into the meat. Wow. May seem a little crowded, but it'll always work out in the end. There we have it. No more pressing now, because we don't want to squeeze any of the juice out of the burger. And because we salted those onions, the way they stuck to this Oklahoma onion burger is absolutely perfect. Just about 2.5 minutes here. I'm gonna go ahead and flip. We've got a beautiful sear on these. Oh wow, that couldn't be better. Now the onions are caramelizing on the other side with the burger. It's an awesome thing. Another minute of cooking on that other side. We're gonna add our American cheese. I suppose you could use another kind of cheese if you want, but that just feels wrong. After 30 seconds with the cheese, here's what we do. Top bun right there, bottom bun on top of the top bun, and now I'm just popping a lid on it. This pan actually came as one unit like this, so it fits perfectly. And what we're doing is trapping a whole bunch of steam in here, which is gonna make our bun nice and soft and bouncy and beautiful. And there we have it, covered for about 1.5 minutes. Heat off, and let's put these together. Off they come. And what we do here is take our bottom bun that is now nicely steamed, scoop up one burger like so. Now we scoop up the other one right on top and slide out. Oh my God. Oh, yes. Well, there it is, my friends, in all of its amazing glory. This thing looks absolutely ridiculous. Time to give it a bite. And of course, if you want to put some condiments, pickles, mustard, mayo, whatever, but you don't see it happen a lot with these, because it doesn't really need it. Oh my God! Dude, this is a must try, my friends. This is absolutely ridiculous. Until next time, you know I love you and I'm out!